You found it. Your home for the best content on your favorite team, the Fighting Tigers of LSU. Do us a favor, subscribe to the channel, leave your comments below, and be sure to smash that like button.
With the draft in the rearview mirror now, it's only natural that everyone's going to start looking to the 2025 draft. And Jordan Reed over at ESPN has his first 2025 mock draft up. Now, this ain't worth a hill of beans. When you look at the way that mock drafts evolve over the course of a year, I mean, I remind you that, in 2021, the beginning of the 2021 season, Spencer Rattler was the projected number one pick in the draft. He lost his job to Caleb Williams, transferred, played 2 more years, and was a 5th-round pick. So it ain't worth a hill of beans. It's just a starting point to know what analysts and talent evaluators and scouts think about certain players today. Okay, so it's a starting point. And we've all said for 2 years now that LSU's got a pair of future first-round tackles, and Jordan Reed agrees. He's got Will Campbell going number 3 overall to the New England Patriots, so projecting that New England's not going to be very good. But you got your franchise quarterback in Drake May. You better protect his blind side, and Will Campbell would be in line to do that, as they've got Campbell going number 3 overall. His running mate there, Emory Jones, projected to go number 18 overall to the Cleveland Browns. Now, you got Jack Conklin there and DeJuan Jones, both coming off knee injuries. They drafted Jedrick Wills, who's entering the final year of his contract. That'll make tackle, as you know, it's a high priority for Cleveland, and he's got Emory Jones going right there in the middle of round 1. And listen, Jones is a great run blocker, and it's often understated how good he is at that. If he needs to play inside at the next level, he can. But Emory Jones, a guy who played basketball in high school and is super athletic. He's got the feet. It's what you always look at with tackle. I'm not a scout, don't need to be. Like, when you think about offensive tackles in the NFL, it's can you move your feet to keep up with really athletic edge rushers. Emory Jones can. He play either side. So I believe if Will Campbell and Emory Jones are both healthy this year, they're both going to be first-round picks, and you wish him all the luck. The one that's really interesting is Harold Perkins, and I think everyone's expecting that Harold Perkins' name is going to be on everybody's way too early mock drafts. The question really is, will he stay there with the position change? Jordan Reed has Harold Perkins going 24 to Houston. And that would be an interesting fit in D'Amico Ryan's scheme if it did happen that way. But look, man, we've talked a lot about Harold and, his sacks and TFLs this past year mirrored what he did as a freshman. It's just that he did it in more games, more snaps. And that's kind of the difference, right? It's, yeah, the stats were there, but were they impact plays? And now we know they're moving him back inside again. So can Harold Perkins actually be an off-ball linebacker? If Harold Perkins goes and has a 100-tackle season and matches it with 8 to 10 sacks and double-digit TFLs, 24 is way too low if he manages to do that. Now, we should all be skeptical as to whether or not he's able to do that because they tried it last year and it failed miserably. Now, I don't know that you go from that to all-America caliber off-ball linebacker in 1 year, but the athleticism there, the ability to rush the passer is there. We'll see if Harold Perkins can maintain it this year. One quick note, just for whatever it's worth, okay? And we'll probably be talking about other names next year at this time that would be in the conversation. I mean, Kyron Lacey is an obvious one, right? I mean, if LSU's offense continues to produce at the level it does and Kyron goes and have this type of season we think he can, he'll probably be in the conversation as a first-round pick. I mean, you could throw out Garrett Nussmeier. If Garrett Nussmeier throws for 3,500 yards, 27 touchdowns, and 8 picks, as quarterback needy as the NFL is, he's a guy that could, I'm not saying could elevate. I mean, when you have the physical ability, i.e. Drake May, teams are going to covet you. So just something to file away. How about this? LSU, of course, had 3 first-round picks this year. Never in LSU's history, ever, have they had back-to-back drafts where they had 3 first-round picks. Never. The only time ever that they've had multiple first-round picks in consecutive drafts was 12 and 13. In 2012, it was Mo Claiborne, Michael Brockers. A year later, it was Barkevius Mingo and Eric Reed. That's it. In the entire history of LSU football, only once have you ever had back-to-back drafts with multiple first-round picks. LSU's not only got a chance to do that, the multiple first-round picks, but for the first time ever have three or more first-round picks in consecutive drafts. Could be historic next year around this time, but a lot of time between now and then we'll see how it all unfolds.
Hey, thanks so much for watching. Please leave your comments. I love to interact, and be sure to hit the red subscribe button below.